I do have an agenda, so I got to check it off so I don't miss anything. How many of you read the newspaper? Half a dozen? There's been some articles in the paper here recently and about the math and science school. And when I told somebody the other day, when we first started, that was a kind of like a press release in that first letter to talk about what we're trying to do. And that came out on a Friday, I believe, Thursday or Friday. And then Saturday night, 3 days later, the math and science school had their prom. And at 2:14 a.m. Sunday morning, I got a message from a lady that I have never met. Because somebody told her, get in contact with that man. So let me tell you what, and since then I've had emails, text messages from people all over the state. And so let me just run through some points that we want to discuss, just to make you aware of what's going on. The Arkansas School for Math and Sciences and the Arts is a state-supported school operated by the University of Arkansas. State-supported means your tax dollars. There have been numerous complaints about using the school's curriculum to promote liberal ideas. And from what I didn't even know part of it. Now I know a lot, and there's probably some more going to come out because we've still got more time to hear from other people. The school has a young Democrat party, but they don't have a young Republican club. They have a Democrat club, but they don't have a Republican club. Why is that? Well, it's because they have to have a teacher sponsor that group. Now you can make your own assumption that the teacher there's not any conservative teachers, or they're afraid to do it because they can be fired. So what is there to say about, a public, use like that where you can't be represented by different sides? Because the administration promotes liberal ideas, students, parents, and staff are afraid and have been threatened to begin a young Republican club, verbally threatened. In last September, I was contacted by a friend that lives in northeast Arkansas that has a child that's a senior. And the parent sent me an email, a copy of the email, and said they used the school's email server to announce a Democrat campaign meeting at the collective. And she said, "Is that right?" And I said, "Well, let me do some checking." And I talked to some people. I went to the editor. He said, "That's an ethics violation. They can be fined." So anyway, they wrote a small, short article about it, and the dean kind of made a half-hearted apology, said it was a mistake. He threw his secretary under the bus, and there wasn't anything else done about it. And I'll take the blame for that. We dropped the ball. We should have pressed that, but we're pressing this now. From what we've been learning, there's a lot worse things going on at the school than what we know. Because of the outcry by parents, students, and state leaders, ASMSA Corey Alderdice was forced to give a half-hearted apology for his post. He never acknowledged that state law was broken. Remember that. He never acknowledged that was state law. And you would think that he would learn from that lesson that the school should remain apolitical. Some parents and students have complained about having to sit through a partisan message that will be delivered by Hillary Clinton, who is probably the country's most partisan politician. Why would she be the speaker? Did she ever spend a dime on the school? No, our tax money and the taxpayers' money has been used to pay for that school.